Hey guys, it's the Wilmores. Say hi.
Hi.
So, we did our first video a few days ago talking about dating outside of your race and finding love. So, I figured that we would, that's our dog, sorry. I figured that we would share how we met. So, gosh, that's our son, Charlie. Back in August of 2002, we were introduced by an old friend of mine. We worked together. So she told me randomly, she said, I have a really nice guy for you to meet. So I said, oh, okay. She was like, yeah, he's nice. He has children, 3 children, so forth and so on. So I looked at her and I said, well, if he's so nice, why aren't you dating him? So she laughed and she was like, oh, no, it's not like that. I just think that you two would be really good together. So, it's kind of looking like, whatever. So did she tell you the same thing? Or, okay. So, months went by. No, she did call you one time when I was in the office and said, I have a nice girl here for you to meet. You should come by. You were like, yeah, okay. So both of us forgot about it. Months went by. And then he just showed up one day after my father-in-law, who I never got the chance to meet because he passed away right before I met my husband. And he was actually coming up to the job to tell her. I happened to be sitting in her office talking, and he walked in, and I remember looking like, wow, look at this guy with these beautiful blue eyes. Yeah. Oh, that's our daughter. So, yeah, I had that thought. We said hi to each other. I didn't even stay long. We said hi, and I left. Oh, he went ahead and said that his father had passed. I gave my condolences, I believe, and then I went on about my business. And I remember what he had on. He had on a blue t-shirt, blue Old Navy jeans, and a pair of Timbs. Yes, you did. And I was thinking about how much the shirt complimented his eyes. And then tell your side what happened.
My side pretty much matches yours. That was an accident. I knew you worked in the building, but it was an accident stumbling across you that day.
So he was not looking for me, is what he was saying.
Oh, I do remember what she had on that day, though.
Oh, tell the people.
It was blue jeans. I don't remember the shirt. She had a little Afro puff ponytail.
He always talks about this ponytail.
I wanted to pull it.
Okay. Follow me on Instagram. No, nobody's following you on Instagram, son. He doesn't even have an Instagram. Yeah, so then we both parted ways. And then the part I love is he said he called his best friend and said...
That was after the date.
Hey, no.
Was it not?
Yeah, now you're forgetting the darn story. But he called his best friend and said, now we're going to try this again.
No, I did. I called Dave and told him I think I just met my next wife.
Hey, Dave. Yeah, and then I told my friend to give him my number, and we went out on our very first date the night before his father's funeral.
I was late for the funeral the next morning.
Okay,
hungover.
Right. Me, Chip, my cousin, and Chip's best friend all went out to like a bar on South Street in Philly. Had a good time. He definitely got wasted. I mean, he was grieving. What do you expect?
What I do? At least I never changed.
And he woke up late. One of his friends actually had to bang on the door and wake him up the next morning to get to his dad's funeral.
He actually was yelling from the street.
Okay.
Windows and screaming up there, Louis.
And I was home. I didn't go home with him or anything on the first. Nobody get any ideas. I was home. So the beautiful part of that story, and it always touches my heart, is that one of the most important people in his life and the biggest influence of his life, his father, and the person that just had his back, one half of his parental units left this earth, but then God put someone in his life, that would be me, that would be right there with him, being that next protector and person that would just have his back through thick and thin. Through thick and thin. So I like to just relish in how God works, because he knew we needed each other. Now, of course, at first I just thought, hey, I'm about to date this guy, have a little fun, I guess. He has 3 kids who don't think that's going to go anywhere. But you never know what God has planned for you. Now,
as soon as you met my babies, you fell in love with them.
They were so delightful. Oh my gosh, my oldest stepdaughter, she was just as wild as ever. The middle one was just this little smart, nerdy, friendly little girl. And then the youngest one was just wild and crazy. And, I've referred to her as Donnie from the Wild Thornberries. She was all over the place. But yeah, and you just never know what God has. And there were family members who were like, oh my God, you're going to date. Not only are you dating, outside our race. Okay, side conversation with my son. Not only are you dating outside your race, but you're also dating a man that was married before and has 3 kids. And I mean, naturally, they would all be concerned. I was only 22. So that was a lot for a 22-year-old. However, we learned that when God has something, although it may not look ideal to other people, God already knows. Now, I've just given that testimony. Now, I'm not saying, so, there are times when people... No, excuse me. Hey, excuse me.
You're bothering me.
There are times when you most certainly should listen, and that person may not actually be for you, but this was sealed by God. This has just been a blessed journey. We look to inspire, entertain. We might get some eye rolls, some head nods. Oh wait!
I first picked you up for the date, and Shakira came running out to the truck.
Yes, in South Philly, at my cousin Niecy's house. Hey, big sister. Okay.
She said, "Do you have a sister?" I said, "Yeah."
And he was real nonchalant.
She was like, "Well, wouldn't you be out here questioning her boyfriend?" No.
Right.
Why not?
My sister was so irritated. Oh my goodness. She was done with him like, I don't know where you got this guy from. But what you come to understand is everybody's personality is different. Everybody's family life is different. So yes, he had his mom, his sister, but he's a full grown man living his life. So no, nobody was going to be running out to the car and making a big deal over me, but I was my sister's baby, and she was very protective of me. So yes, she expected you to,
And then the first
look
time
like
you brought me to her house, and my kids jumped out the car.
Oh gosh,
Steffi was rolling around in the yard.
Yep. First time we all came to the house together, me and my boyfriend and the kids. My youngest stepdaughter, because again, she's like 2.
Car, like hardly even walk. She just jumped out and started rolling.
And she had these Timbs on. I don't know why he had brought her Timbs, the 2-year-old stepdaughter.
That was my
Stephanie.
baby.
She came rolling out the car, rolling on the glass, flipping, tumbling. My sister said she was peeking out the window like, oh my God, what is going on? It was, y'all. It was a funny scene looking back on it. Me, my boyfriend, and his 3 kids. Yet, here we are, 5 children later, 2 grands, and just a blessed family. All because somebody looked at me, knew my husband, and said, you two would be good together. And Tamara Ford, if you happen to see this video, you knew what you were talking about, didn't you?
Thank you.
All right, y'all. That's the 2nd edition of This Is Us, the Wilmore version.